So I do want to mention quickly also that we have this amazing project. It's probably a project closer to my heart than anything that we've done so far, and it's called Global Activist, and it is a show that's dedicated to focusing on and showcasing the work of activists around the world, here in the United States and abroad. And what's so remarkable to me about activism right now is that right now we are living in the largest global protest movement in human history. It's not all interrelated. They're not all protesting the same things, and yet people globally are protesting every day, and they're activating themselves every day. So activism is a big umbrella. Protest is one vein of activism, but there are many veins of activism: education, business, art, music, so many things that kind of fit into activism. And so one thing that we want to do is show people how there are generations of people who are no longer sitting around waiting for the world to change. They are changing the world themselves. And I think that your audience knows all too well what that's like, to not sit and wait for somebody to ride up on a white horse and say, we're going to save the day. Saying, you know what, we're going to roll up our sleeves and do it ourselves. And that's what this show is about. And so right now, we're actually crowdfunding the first episodes of the show. We have an Indiegogo set up. There's about 2 weeks left on it. And we just want to encourage people to get involved and go out and say, let's contribute and let's support what's happening with this project, because it is giving a voice to people who don't have a voice right now. There's multiple ways that you can contribute, and I know you guys will have a link to the actual Indiegogo page. But one thing I want to encourage people in is that when you go to a crowdfunding site like that, there are some things that you get. You get some swag, and you get a few little things that we can send you. But the main thing that you get is your name will be in the credits as having contributed and helped to make this project a reality. And that's something that's been very important. We did a crowdfunding project for Truth and Media on the origins of ISIS. And over the last 2 weeks, that video has been viewed 40 million times. It has an impact. When people see that and they say, well, I'm not sure if it's really going to reach people. 40 million people watched one video that we put out about ISIS. And I know we can do the same thing with Global Activists, that we can inform people on these subjects like what we're talking about today. And we can say, here are people who are working and they're fighting and they're changing things. They're not just going to sit around and wait. So I encourage people to get involved and to donate. On December 5th, we're having a money bomb on December 5th to try to bring in the largest amount of money possible on that one day. So I want to encourage people on that day. But you don't have to wait until December 5th. If you're seeing this before then, you can go right now to our Indiegogo page and you can donate there. And I hope you'll consider doing so.